for me, in trading is my life. So I dedicate every hours into it. I told you I was working before I got my first salary. I have to blow all of them off. It was the painful lesson. We are not the owner of this market. Be disciplined, be consistent. Yeah, that is all I would say.
All right. Hi, guys. Welcome to the Funded Trader interview. I am Tori, and I've got Steven here with me. And Steven, I'm going to let you go ahead and just take the floor. So introduce yourself, kind of tell everybody where you're from, what you do, what your name is.
Hello, guys. My name is Steven Brown. I'm from Sierra Leone. I'm currently staying in Cyprus. I'm a full-time trader currently. I also have my Forex Trading Institute I run as well. I have a YouTube channel as well. I do teach traders as well how to trade and other stuff. So trading has been my life so far.
Very cool. Okay. So where is your educational background from?
Yeah, basically I have educational background from Sierra Leone. I'm a social work student as well. I studied peace and conflict. So before I was working, but I have to leave my work to be a full-time trader. So basically focus more on trading now in a trading aspect as well.
Excellent. Okay. The full-time day traders are what I like to hear. That's where I'm at now too. It's extremely exciting and terrifying at the same time, but very cool. So my question is, how did you get started with Forex? What kind of got you into that?
So basically, it's all started in 2016. I first started with binary trading. I was hopping online, going online to see how to look for this online job because by then I was back then in Sierra Leone. So I was in this kind of trading group, which is not basically about Forex. It all started with binary as well. So, I met these guys online that was kind of telling me you can start trading, you can make money. So yeah, it all started like that. I am aware about the financial markets. So I am aware about the stock market, basically. So I was like, I don't have any clue, any idea how to get started. So that is how the whole journey gets started by then.
I feel like that's how it usually goes. Like it's usually a friend or a family member that's like, listen, this is what I'm doing. You need to be doing the same thing.
Yeah. Let me say an online friend basically was not from a close friend or family member. Yeah. I was in this Facebook group. Yeah. And then I just hop it.
I gotcha. Okay. Very cool. And then my next question is, how did you find out about the Funded Trader? Was that also the online?
Yeah. Normally I go online. I normally check for the best prop trading firm as well. So I found a Funded Trader through VVS Academy through Blake. So
okay.
I also subscribe to his YouTube channel. So I go to the videos and then I was like, he told me he's going to be part of a prop firm, something like that. That was like, I think maybe a couple of 6-7 months ago. So like, okay, cool. Let me see how it goes. Yeah. So I have to go to the videos and then I see everything was going well. Then I say, all right, let me just give it a try.
All right. Okay. Good to hear. So it's kind of like you found out by like an affiliate or like someone that you already follow on social media. And they're like, hey, listen, this is what I'm doing now. It's the real deal. It's pretty cool. And then you kind of waited to see how well it went for him. And then you were like, all right, let's do it. And you were convinced.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Exactly. Very cool. And do you have any experience with another prop firm or this is the first prop firm that you've been with?
No, I have experience with different prop firm actually. I'm also on the trader with TPT, the prop trading as well. So I've been trading with them, I think, for over 6 months as well also. And then now I'm a foreign trader also, TFT.
And if you could compare them, what do you think like the pros and cons are to each one? Not to bash either one or the other, just like what are some of the pros that this one has that this one doesn't, just so that people that watch our YouTube can kind of get an idea for the different ones.
Yeah, the kind of thing that make me more interested in the foreign trader, if you because I'm a kind of aggressive trader as well. So I'm looking at like the risk parameter. You want to compare the risk rules, compare the foreign trader, compare the different prop firms. They give you this kind of room whereby you can have the maximum daily drawdown limits, the overall exposure of the account. If you want to do the comparison as well, this is one thing make me more interested in the foreign trader as well, especially if you are doing the standard challenge, not the rapid challenge. So I basically keenly selected the foreign trader because of that. And then in the trading community, we have the Discord group where you just post a question, you get a
that's a big deal.
Yeah, you don't need to go to the support service to write a message as well. So, these are the kind of thing I found very interesting about the foreign trader. And then it's also one of the fastest growing. I've seen so many prop trading out there, they come and fail. TPT is awesome. Like I follow the community update every day. I listen plans, you guys have. Everything's awesome. Yeah.
That's so exciting. Good. I'm glad to hear it. I mean, that's the best part. So far, like I've done maybe, I want to say like 5 or 6 interviews so far. And it's like the same response. It's like the community with TFT is like incredible, like the challenges. So this makes me happy because I don't have, or before TFT, I didn't have a whole much of a community. So I didn't have like people I could talk to online, although I'm sure I could have. If I did some research and reached out, like I could have found some people online. But TFT has the best community. Everyone's extremely encouraging, insightful. They're not like trying to push strategies on you or say that yours is wrong. It's just like everyone's encouraging and they're like, hey, let's do it. Let's get it. So that's one of my favorite parts. Okay. Next question is, what did you do differently, or what do you wish you've done differently from the start of your trading to where you're at now with the funded trader?
Basically, yeah. Basically, what I thought I would do differently for the past, I told you I started trading back in Sierra Leone, whereby I couldn't have a mentor. I wanted someone to mentor me very badly. I was having the money there to pay for classes by then. So there was no one around in my community. So I have to contact traders from different area. So this is one thing.
Tough.
One thing I feel maybe if I would have it, I would have, be successful as soon as possible. So, and also I learned so many things the hard way on my own, especially the risk management as well. Learn it. So these are some of the things I feel I would have done in a different way. So these are things I think is it will have come that time I would have gone so far in my trading where I am today. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I completely get that. It's like having to go through the trial and error yourself, the research yourself. First of all, it takes so much more time because you've got to figure out what does work and what doesn't. And then It's also a little more painful because you got to get more of those stings of like from losses that you have to find out yourself. Whereas if you had a mentor or like a set strategy or a course, like it gets you from point A to point B so much faster, so much less trial and error. So I totally get that. That's definitely, that's a biggie right there, is having either a mentor or a course or strategy. Okay. Good to know. Well, first of all, props to you for getting from where you started to where you are now based on like just your own research and your own trial and error. Okay. How much time do you think you dedicated? So when you did start studying, how much time do you think you had to dedicate to get to like a more profitable place where you are now?
Yeah, trading needs times. I used to tell, even because I also have some students, I also mentor, I used to tell them trading needs time. So basically, for me, in trading is my life. So I dedicate almost every hours into it. So basically, let me say like 8 to 9 hours in a day. I'm on my PC. If I'm not trading, I'm watching videos, I'm listening to podcasts, I'm reading book. I'm learning every day. So maybe I'm in a community group as well, participating, reading, going through. So yeah, so basically this is how things have been going for me. So all my time I've dedicated to the financial market.
Okay, you're grinding. All right, so you're getting it. So it's full time. It is full time. All right, good to know. Okay, the next question is, what is some of the hard lessons that you had to learn since you did your own research and you had to go through your own trial and error? What's like some of the hard lessons that you learned besides wishing that you had gone through a mentor or a course first?
Yeah, the hard lesson I learned was risk management. It's painful. I told you I was working before I got my first salary. I have to blow all of them off. It was the painful lesson.
Oh, I know how that goes.
It was a painful lesson. So just imagine taking your salary just one day, then just losing everything in a day. So risk management was a key aspect. So I have to learn it the hard way. And then, I have to start implementing them in my trading. So these are the things I think I need to get better.
Understandable. Completely. Yeah, that stings. Oh, that hurts so bad. I know that feeling too. It's like your soul leaves your body. You're like, oh no, it sucks. I know. Okay. The next question is, how much time do you spend in front of charts? Like as far as like actually trading or studying? Are you just, since you're full time, are you just in front of it like 8 hours a day or what?
Yeah, no, basically it's not like that. Even I'm around checking my trades. Like now before we had a meeting, I'm in the trade as well, so I do check them. So basically, if I enter my trade, I have my stop loss, I have my take profit. So maybe I don't need to be on the PC for that long hours. Like I said, maybe I'll be watching the videos, reading the books as well. So maybe I would do some feedback testing as well. In my trading. So basically, let me say I mostly trade the London Open and the New York Open as well. So maybe I need 2-3 hours doing the London Open, and same thing as well for the New York session, because I need to see the movements and then to monitor my trades.
Okay, fair enough. And have you always been like that? Have you always just had your stop losses set and your alerts and you're just good to go? Or was there a point in time where you just had to sit in front of the charts the whole time?
It depends. You have this kind of trades. You need to be around sometimes to monitor them. So it depends on the kind of trade I'm in. I have some trades I don't need to be around. I just put my stop loss and I take profit. Maybe if I enter a trade, I want to just take a few pips out of the market. I have to be in front of my chart.
Okay. Yeah. No, that totally makes sense too. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and just get like right into the nitty gritty of this video, because this is what the YouTubers want. They're like, show me the strategy. So what is, if you don't mind, or if you're willing to show your strategy or a version of your strategy for the viewers, what do you got?
All right, let's dive into the strategy. Let's see what we have here. So basically, as you can see, I have a software tools on the chart here. So what I do, I combine them with my MetaTrader 4 with them like this as well. So let's say I have a clean chart where I only have my 50 PM moving average, and then this one is my software. So the reason I have the software on my screen is you can see it have the candles names, giving me all my candles names, so I can just locate them to make things easy for me. So now I'm a price action trader actually. So what I do is that I follow the trend. So basically, I'm on this trade and I'm on the 30-minute time frame. So my strategy work mostly on the 30-minute and 1 hour time frame. If I don't see opportunity here, I go down to the 4 hour time frame. That's the highest time frame. I don't go more than that. So now, what I normally do, I open the chart. As you can see, I already placed my trend line. I know that this page is the uptrend actually. So I'll be looking for my confirmation on this level. So now, what are the confirmation I need? I need to see my candlestick confirmation as well. So as you can see, I have a nice pin bar here. I want to take a long trade from here. So my stop loss is going to be right below this area. So basically, this is how I do. So, and I also have another strategy where I combine the trend line, the moving average. As you can see, all of it is on the screen. So everything is basically price action. Okay. Nothing super complicated about it. So I just try to keep it simple.
Yeah. So, keep it simple. That's always the best way to go.
Yeah. So the same rules again. If this page, I'm looking at the GBP card, as you can see, it's in the downtrend. So what I would do, I would just place my trend line. I know that the market is in the downtrend. Let me readjust the trend line here. So I know that when price come right to the trend line, I don't just want to enter my trade. I want to see my confirmation as well. So if I'm going to get a breakout, I know I'm going to wait for the pullback, and then I get a continuation to the upside. So this strategy is very super easy.
Oh yeah, fair enough. That looks pretty similar to mine too. So I'm into this. Yeah. This is great.
So the same rules again for on the forward time frame. This is the GBP USD as well. The same rules. As you can see, the market was in a downtrend. We get it moved to the upside. Here is my support. I have my support line placed. I was also long on this trade from my entry was from here. This was the London Open for today. So I take this trade for, I think it was about 50 something pips. So I have to close before we get a pullback for the New York session. So this is the strategy. This is how I trade. Nothing super complicated,
Okay. All right. No, fair enough. I love this. And so 2 questions is, first one is, what size account do you have with TFT? And then second question is, if you want to share like an example of what got you to win the challenge, like, were there any trades that you kind of have in the backlog that you want to show anybody, or what you got?
Yeah. Okay. I first have a $50,000 account with TFT, the 50K account.
Congrats, by the way.
Yeah, thank you. And then I'm going to share the trade that took me to the challenge.
Yeah, so that's what I want to see.
I was entering trade from the 4 hour time frame. As you can see, we already got a breakout to the upside. So I was basically selling all the JPY pair by then. So my trend line was placed. The entry was from where I put the trend line here. So
this is beautiful. That's a beautiful trade right there. I can already see it.
Yeah, exactly. So I was waiting for the second touch. So what I do, I don't just wait for the trend line touch. I combine support and resistance using the trend line. So I combine all of them together. So as you can see, I have a trend line. I have this nice shooting star here. So I have to enter this trade. I first took, I think, about 70 something pips. And then the following day, I got the second touch from here. As you can see, another shooting star from here. These were most of the JPY pairs. These are the trade that gave me the opportunity to get a 400 account. So I basically trade them throughout the week. This is how I was entering my trade basically, just only on the JPY space.
This is, I mean, this is super simple. This is super similar to my my strategy as well, minus the moving averages, which is totally fine because it's still very similar to the trend line. But okay.
On the chart, I have the 50 period moving average. I have the 200 period moving average. So I use them as dynamic support and resistance to know the direction of the trend. So so I just try to keep my chart clean and just make it easy and simple. So
yes, that's exactly what I'm into. Very clean charts. Yeah, the whole 9 yards. I love it. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, this is awesome. I'll bring us back to some of our other questions regarding kind of how you are as a trader. So while we've got the chart pulled up, what is your most recent, or what is the most common time frame that you use? Is it hourly? Is it 4 hours? Like, what's the one that you use the most for making your trades on?
My most common time frame is the 30-minute and the hourly time frame. The 30-minute time, they are almost similar. The 30-minute, you have one candle, the hourly, you have two. So 30 plus 30 is 60. So basically, I'm just within these two time frame. I'm just switching in between, looking for opportunities. Yeah. And the strategy work mostly on this time frame. You have more trade opportunity like in a day. Yeah. So it's basically on that time frame.
Okay, good to know. And would you consider yourself, well, since you're doing 30-minute to like an hour, so you're definitely a day trader, or do you hold any trades for like over a week or?
Basically, let me say I'm a day trader. I don't hold trades for like over a week. But if I see the trend is in a heavy downtrend, maybe I can move my stop loss, keep on bailing position to break even as well. Yeah, this is how exactly I try to do things.
Gotcha. Okay, perfect. I am slowly and painfully making the transition. I don't know if I want to make the transition, but I'm trying to go a little bit from day trading to swing trading. It's a hard process and it hurts a little bit. And you have to get used to like bigger volatility or fluctuations, I guess, and a little bit more pain than you usually would with day trading. So that part I'm getting used to. But day trading, to be honest, I have no issues with, and that's how I've been most successful is with day trading. So I'm into it all the way.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, you mentioned this before with the having to lose like the salary part. So you've blown a few accounts before?
So many.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. It makes us all feel better just to know that we've all been there.
Yeah. I've blown so many accounts. I've funded account, as I explained earlier, for just one day. All this reason was because of lack of risk management, lack of proper plan, coming in the market without any plan, just like the trading, if you fail to plan, you fail to succeed. So this basically, but now, one time about the market where you know what you're doing, your risk management, your strategy, you can just come into the trade because you want to come into the trade. You have the rules in place. You have something you're looking for. So, I have all these plans in place as well. So I don't just take a trade because I feel like I want to take a trade. No, I look for some certain things to meet to my trading criteria before I enter the trade. So since then, I've learned my lesson. I learned it the hard way. I paid the price, but now, it's worth it.
Yeah, yeah. And I feel like that's how it always goes. If you don't have like the strategy in place or the discipline in place for your strategy, then you just got to learn the hard way. And that's just how it goes.
Exactly.
What are your favorite pairs to trade?
Yeah, basically my favorite pair is the GBP pairs and the Euro pair. I love them so much. They gave me opportunity every day. So, my strategy, I mostly look for 50 pips target a day. 50 pips is my target. So basically, the GBP pair doing a London Open, I can have a move of like 50 pips. Once I have the 50 pips, I'm close. 50 pips won't stand a lot, depending if you're trading the major pairs. We're talking about 500 USD, so 2 standard is 1,000. So this is my target. But if the market is in a good training phase, I can hold the trades, maybe till the London overlap season. But now, we're in a very complicated market. The market is not stable now. It's going up and down. So
yeah,
I don't stay.
Okay, fair enough. Totally. And I would say before we hop off, I mean, this is like a very efficient interview. This was like to the point, like boom, boom, boom. And this was great. What is something you have to say? Now, you've probably got the most experience with this since you had to do your own research from start to finish. What advice would you give to new traders or even traders that have like been in this for a year or two, but they're still not seeing results? Like, what is your advice for those people?
Yeah, my advice to new trader is don't give up. Trading is one of the most difficult jobs in the world. I used to tell people, you need to have a good mindset. You need to be physically and mentally okay. There was a time, even me, which is time I said I'm not going to be trading again. It's painful. It's pains to see you losing your hard-earned money in one day. Like I told you, just imagine losing your salary in one day in trading. I didn't mean like give up. I'm like, get there. I've made more than that up to now. So yeah, don't give up. And also don't try to like force the market. This is my advice to trader. People want to control the market. We are not the owner of this market. You don't try to like force yourself into a trades. Wait for your rules in place, because these are some of the mistakes I made in my past that was affecting my trading. So these are the advice I would give to a new trader. Be disciplined, be consistent. Yeah, that is all I would say.
That is excellent advice. And I can't even tell you how many times, like, I imagine if I had quit, and like, same with you, imagine like when you had those hard times that you just quit. Like how discouraging, and like how to not be able to see like the actual full potential that you can make because you just can't stick through it. And I mean, you got to be a certain kind of person to be a trader. To be able to like get through those humps is so ridiculously hard. Like same for me. I can't even remember how many times I've been like, you know what? I'm done. I give up. I'm never doing this again. And then I put myself together. I'm like, all right, we can do this. It's fine. Come on, we got this. And then now we're full-time day traders. Look at that.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Steven. I'm so freaking glad we finally got our time zones to connect here. I know you're in Europe and I'm in the US. So this is like a very difficult merging of the two time frames.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right.
Well, thank you so much, Steven. Thanks for doing the interview with TFT. And we will probably do another interview because this was extremely efficient. I feel like I need to do a check-in with you next.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.